In a stunning move that has the General Hospital fanbase buzzing, Haley Pullos is finally returning to Port Charles, but not as Molly Lansing Davis. Instead, the GH alum is set to shake up the canvas in a jaw-dropping new role that will leave both longtime viewers and new fans clutching their pearls. With her comeback comes a tangled storyline of identity, revenge, redemption, and long-buried secrets from Port Charles's most storied families. Let's dive into this massive spoiler-heavy preview of Haley Pullos' return, why she's not reprising the role of Molly, and how her new character could change the future of GH forever. GH's executive producer Frank Valentini teased a shocking legacy return during the 2025 Daytime Emmy Awards. Speculation immediately began. Was Jeannie Francis exiting again? Was Steve Burton leaving? Were Tristan Rogers or Ken Schreiner stepping back? But the twist came when a cryptic teaser aired during a June episode of GH, A Woman in Shadows, staring at the Corinthos estate with the voiceover. "I was born here, but no one knows I exist." A week later, ABC officially confirmed it. Haley Pullos was returning to General Hospital in July 2025. However, the network made it clear. Haley Pullos returns to GH in a brand new role that connects her to one of Port Charles's most powerful and most dangerous families. After a turbulent legal battle and personal setbacks in 2023, Haley Pullos stepped away from the role of Molly Lansing Davis. The show eventually recast the character, and the new Molly became central in Christina's surrogacy storyline. Fans, however, never fully let go of the original actress. Rumors swirled for months that Pullos was in talks for a return, but not as Molly. Behind the scenes, sources claimed Pullos was approached for a different kind of comeback, one that would allow her to reclaim her place on canvas without rewriting recent storylines. Now, GH is turning that return into a storyline twist never seen before on the show. That's right. Haley Pullos is Evelyn Sinclair, the secret daughter of Lorenzo Alcazar and Sky Quartermaine, raised in exile, trained to exact revenge, and now making her move on Port Charles. It begins with a cryptic warning. Sky Quartermaine returns to Port Charles, desperate to speak with Tracy. She reveals that her daughter, long believed to be hidden in a Swiss boarding school under WSB protection, has disappeared. Evelyn, who has always known she was the daughter of a powerful arms dealer, has gone rogue. When a mysterious new figure named Evelyn Sinclair arrives in Port Charles and begins working at Aurora Media under a fake resume, Drew and Nina are intrigued. Evelyn is bold, resourceful, and incredibly intelligent. She takes an immediate interest in Sonny's organization, Michael's digital empire, and, strangely, Brooklyn Quartermaine. She claims she's a former investigative journalist turned entrepreneur, interested in community reform. But what she's really doing is gathering intel. Her target? The entire Corinthos and Quartermaine empires. It doesn't take long for Evelyn to cross paths with Christina and Molly. The encounter is tense. Christina feels like Evelyn looks familiar, while Molly, already reeling from legal trouble with her surrogate agreement, feels oddly protective. In an explosive confrontation at Charlie's pub, Christina corners Evelyn, asking point-blank, "Who are you really? You're not from around here. Why are you watching my family?" Evelyn fires back, "Maybe I'm family too. Or maybe I'm here to end yours." As Evelyn begins making quiet moves in town, she pays a visit to a private mausoleum, her father's. In a chilling monologue, Evelyn whispers, "They all think he's gone. But I'm here, Father. And soon, they'll all pay for what they did to you." She leaves a white rose at Lorenzo Alcazar's grave, and the camera pans to reveal a photo of Sonny Corinthos, pinned with a red X. When Sky finally confirms Evelyn is in Port Charles, she begs Tracy to help. Tracy, ever suspicious, refuses, until Evelyn crashes a Quartermaine dinner at the mansion and publicly reveals her identity. "I'm Evelyn, your granddaughter, Tracy. And I've waited my whole life to meet you." The fallout is explosive. Ned is skeptical. Brooklyn is stunned. Monica is heartbroken. And Tracy is enraged. "You're not my granddaughter. You're a walking vendetta in lipstick." But Evelyn produces documents, photos, and a DNA test. She's the real deal. Evelyn's true motive becomes clear. She blames Sunny for her father's death and Sky's downfall. She believes the Corinthos organization took everything from her, and she intends to dismantle it, starting with Michael and Christina. She begins seducing Michael, drawing him into a false sense of security. At the same time, she offers Christina a job through a new nonprofit that's a front for her spy operation. Her charisma blinds everyone. Meanwhile, she's building a digital case, hacking into Sunny's accounts, manipulating decks, and sending coded messages to a mysterious partner, someone she calls V. Jason Morgan, now back in Port Charles, grows suspicious. He doesn't buy Evelyn's story and starts investigating her past. With Spinelli's help, he uncovers old ties between Evelyn and Valentine Cassadine, who allegedly helped fund her Swiss education and shaped her into a corporate assassin. Jason warns Drew and Nina, but it may be too late. Just when Port Charles starts turning on Evelyn, she saves Scout Kane from a would-be kidnapping at Rice Park. Evelyn was trailing the would-be kidnapper and takes him down in a dramatic scene. She brings Scout back to Drew and suddenly becomes a town hero. Drew feels indebted. Nina sings her praises. Even Jason is thrown off. Was he wrong? But viewers know the truth. Evelyn hired the kidnapper herself. In a shocking hallucination/dream sequence, Evelyn sees Lorenzo Alcazar, played by a returning Ted King, who warns her, "This isn't what I wanted. I never wanted you to become me." The sequence is haunting and serves as a turning point. Evelyn begins to waver in her mission, but not enough to stop. In an unexpected twist, Evelyn begins forming a genuine emotional bond with Brooklyn Quartermain. The two start as enemies, with Brooklyn accusing Evelyn of being a con. But slowly, their shared pain, legacy burdens, and fierce independence draw them closer. At a rooftop 4th of July party, they share a passionate kiss. But Evelyn pulls away, whispering, "You wouldn't love me if you knew the truth." It all comes to a head when Christina uncovers one of Evelyn's secret files and gives it to Jason. He confronts her at the Metro Court in a chilling scene that mirrors old Corinthos Alcazar standoffs. "Jason, you've been playing us since the day you arrived." Evelyn, "No. I was just playing you." Sky arrives just in time to stop Jason from taking action. In tears, she begs Evelyn to stop this war before she becomes everything she hates. As Evelyn prepares to leave town, having failed in her mission but made her mark, she visits Lorenzo's grave one last time. But she's not alone. A shadowy figure steps out, Valentine Cassadine, very much alive and smiling. "Valentine, you did well, my dear." Port Charles isn't ready for what comes next. Haley Pullos returning as Evelyn Sinclair instead of Molly Lansing Davis is a bold and risky move by General Hospital, but it could pay off tremendously. Evelyn is a complex, dangerous, and emotionally tormented character who doesn't fit into a neat box. She's a woman with legacy, training, and scars, and her journey through Port Charles is just beginning. With the Alcazar family reborn, the Quartermains reeling, and Sunny facing a war from within, this summer's storyline promises explosive twists, emotional reckonings, and the kind of storytelling that has made General Hospital legendary for over 60 years.